One of the things that we're doing here at Dental Nachos is always on the lookout for you as a dentist. And we are looking for ways that we can help our dental community to operate safer, to be able to operate better, and to be able to do it without stress. And we minimize that in a nacho-friendly way, as we like to say here at Dental Nachos. And we have got something we've got to share with you right now. There is a tool out there. There's a company that has produced something that we're getting to know and really enjoying it. It's a Zyris, and they have a tool called the Isolite, which is one of Dr. Paul Goodman's favorite. Dr. Nacho, we affectionately call him. And it is a tool that helps dentists to do some amazing things that are incredible. And to find out about that, we've got someone joining us right now that's going to help to answer those questions. He's the VP of Customer Success and Strategic Accounts. His name is Rolando Mia, and he joins us from his offices out there in California. Rolando, good to have you with us today, sir.
Thank you, Terry. Really appreciate it. Dental Nachos kick butt, Dr. Paul Goodman, the entire team. So happy to be here and share what it is that I can.
Well, we really like what you've got, because as we look at what's available there, we've got a lot of the tools that are out there for dentists. And this is one that is really, really nice. Now, I'm not a dentist myself, but we've seen what it does, and the kind of things are amazing. Here over on your Zyris website, you see that you can reduce dental aerosols. Now, that's always been important, even more so today. And I love the way you describe it here on your site. Let me make this a little bit larger here. The Isolite is your one-stop solution, providing isolation, illumination, retraction, suction, patient safety, all at the same time. Well, that's pretty amazing. Tell us a little bit about this device. Well, here, matter of fact, before you do that, let me slide down here a little bit and we can get a good shot of it. This is what it looks like. And there it is. That's your newest one, the Isolite 3. Tell us a little bit about that and how dentists are using it now.
Awesome. Well, first of all, Isolite is a medical device. And the thing that makes that significant is it complies with all of the requirements to be a medical device. There's rigorous testing, it's been validated, all that type of stuff. So really exciting. It was invented by Dr. Tom Hirsch, who's a dentist, and it was invented for dentistry by a dentist, so that it's really created because of the issues that he was facing. When you look at Isolite, it's multiple systems. They're the control heads. I3 is one of those. And then there are a whole series of mouthpieces. And those mouthpieces are what provide the kinds of things that it does. In a nutshell, Isolite makes dentistry a lot easier. It's a lot more comfortable for the patient. And it lets clinicians, dentists, hygienists, dental assistants do their work much faster, much easier. Now,
yeah, and Rolando, one of the things that I really liked is before we started the recording, you showed us a video that you've put together that really explains it very well. Would you mind sharing your screen? We're using Zoom here. Share your screen and then kind of walk us through what that is and what's going on with it, please.
Exactly. So the one thing that the system is phenomenal at doing, especially given COVID and this whole issue of infection control, is minimizing, if anything, almost eliminating aerosols. So I'm going to share with you my screen. And what we did was we wanted to do something to visualize whether or not, or if Isolite was effective at doing this. So what we did was we wanted to create an analog. Again, this is an experiment because we wanted to validate before we told people. We took a fog machine, and what we did was we put it in front of a patient, in this case, John. So what you'll see here is John. And we used fog as an analog because it's at around 10 to 15 microns, which mimics or is just like aerosols. And what we discovered is when a person is just breathing, they are ejecting those aerosols as far away as 2 to 3 feet from their mouth. This is what we are calling the clinician zone. So when you look here, this is just John simply breathing, and you can see how far the aerosols or that fog is being ejected. Now, we've been told, you've heard, high-speed evacuation, HVE, can reduce up to 90%. So we did the same experiment, again, to visualize and see what effect putting a high-speed HVE into the mouth. And what you can see is, look at that, he's breathing normally, and literally none of that is being ejected here. Now, the issue with the HVE, though, is it's used during a procedure. What happens is when you're done working on that tooth, you pull the HVE out or shut it off, and the patient starts breathing again. And
yeah, and look what happens after they pull it out. Yeah, kind of defeating the purpose.
Now they're ejecting those aerosols. So we put Isolite in the mouth just to see what would happen. And here's what happened. because it's connected to the HVE and it has that same evacuation, you'll notice that virtually all of the mist or the fog is being pulled in. And when you shut it off, it literally starts coming out because the patient is breathing again. What we are seeing here is that the isolite gives you continuous hands-free evacuation, so that when you're done working on the tooth, unlike an HVE that you pull out of the mouth, it continues to evacuate. So it basically creates a negative pressure area inside the mouth and minimizes the potential for the patient to eject their aerosols into kind of what we call the clinician zone. Is that helping?
That is a wow. It's like I can see the benefit of that normally, say years ago, of course, but today we're dealing with COVID-19. Seems like right now it's more important than ever. What do you think?
I would say so. Now, we got challenged a little bit because people said, hey, that's great. There's a fog machine. It's external to the mouth. How does it look like if you're actually doing a procedure? So may I show you another couple of things with
Yes,
it
please. While we
actually?
got you here, we're going to take advantage of you and get all the good that we can.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. And in this case, instead of just a fog machine, we actually had Dr. Hirsch working on his brother, Jim. And what you'll see is this. Here is a handpiece with no evacuation whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that during the course of that procedure, because that handpiece is expelling a lot of water, as the patient's breathing, it's being expelled out of the mouth. Here's what it looks like when you put the actual, with nothing in there. I just wanted to show how much is going on. Now, when you look at the context of adding that HVE, it does dramatically reduce a lot of the aerosols, but you'll see that there's still some that's escaping. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that, Terry?
Yes, there's a little bit coming out, we can see.
Yeah, even with the HVE, but quite a bit less than what you saw. So we added the isolite, did the exact same thing, same tooth, same procedure. And what you'll see is, because of the way the isolite is designed and the negative pressure inside the mouth, you'll see a lot less. Again, 90%, very comfortable saying that roughly 90%. Now that's not enough, because even a tiny bit that may escape could potentially be harmful. So what we're seeing is a lot of the clinicians are actually taking the isolite and then adding the HVE like this. And
The combination.
in combination with it, what you'll see is almost nothing is coming out. And we're receiving a lot of phenomenal feedback from clinicians saying that when they do it this way, they feel very comfortable, their patients are comfortable. So that, in a nutshell, is what is really, is driving the interest around and why people are so interested in the system.
Yeah, I can see a lot of benefits on that because it's reducing that, making it safer all the way around. Also seems like it helps the patient to have a more enjoyable experience all the way around. And I
Yeah.
understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you said before that pediatric use is enormous on this for certain reasons. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the isolite has two components. The mouthpiece is the core of that. Each mouthpiece is single use. There's no latex, no silicone. And when it's placed inside the mouth, it has an integrated bite block. So the patient is actually resting their mouth open. And there's a cheek and a tongue shield. So that what happens is the patient can relax. In pediatric dentistry, a lot of clinicians literally have a much shorter window of opportunity to basically work inside the mouth. And by putting this in there, the tongue is out of the way, cheeks out of the way, and most importantly, the child or the patient is not, there's nothing that's going to go down the throat because it's evacuating it. So they're able to work. The other really, really powerful thing is actually it's the dental assistants who love the system because they can actually step away from the doctor, get the other things that they're trying to do, be one step ahead of the doctor, and the doctor, the clinician, whether it's an EFTA or the hygienist, dentist, can work in the mouth by themselves. And by doing that, there's
really
a lot
nice.
more room and it's easier. So not to
It's
mention
kind
the
of hard to
patient's
beat that.
comfortable.
Yeah, you've got a tool that will take care of many different areas, and it's going to be advantageous all the way around. Well, I understand that you were able to put something together to help us out there. Tell us a little bit about that website and what you have for the people that can bounce over there to that.
Yeah, so let me show you. So on our website, what you'll see is there's basically any information that you need about the system is here. What we've done specifically is we've put a how it works on here, as well as a whole series of different applications. So in the course of educating, in the course about the system, you can come in here and you can look at the different procedures, how it works. These are actual videos of the system in use. In addition, if you're interested in the different products, you can kind of come here and look at each of the different pieces here. And then under support, we've added a whole host of different videos. Probably this one is one of the one that's viewed the most. It's how to size the actual patient, and then also how to actually insert and place the mouthpiece. So you can come in here as often as you'd like, and you can look at it. There's an actual video with the patient, and then there's a graphic in here that lets you do that. So if you go to that site that Terry has up there, which is, https://zyr.is/nacho, it'll bring you straight to there, and you all can get as much information as you want.
Very good. Well, Rolando, we appreciate you being with us, and thank you for what you and the others there at Zyris are doing, helping not only dentists, but also their patients, and making the world a better place. Thank you very much for being with us, sir.
Well, first of all, thank you, the Dental Nachos organization, teams, Dr. Paul, everybody's, wait a minute. Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh, something going on?
Something's going on.
Whatever could it be?
What's this?
There you go. Yes, indeed. The Dental Nacho, sure. We appreciate that.
I had to do that. But hey, I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, please let us know, and really appreciate the time. Thank you, Terry, for what you all are doing. And it's absolute. If you need anything, let me know.
We greatly appreciate it, Rolando. And for those of you watching this, we want you to know what's going on. Think about how this could help you. Bounce over to the site, take a look at it, and consider that. For the Dental Nachos team, I'm Terry Brock, and thanks for being here today.